This is Debbie. Thank you so much for stopping by today with me. We're going to be doing something that I've been asked to do quite a few times. This is a composition notebook. It's made by Pen and Gear, which means that I bought it at Walmart. You can buy these at just about any grocery store, craft store, just about any store that I've ever been to, they've had these. So, but I like to buy them when they're on clearance, usually at the end of the school year, at the end of the beginning of the school year, when everything's on sale for the school year. And a lot of times you can get these half price at Walmart. This is the middle part that I'm showing you. You see these lines right here? It's made out of thread. Okay, and that's how this is sealed and then covered with this black spine. What I like to do is I like to mark the middle page, and I just grab an old piece of paper. But let me explain to you what I'm doing. Okay, so you probably already know in the description, but this is how I prep my my composition notebooks. The only two things I have is my composition notebook and my glue stick. And the glue stick that I use is Scotch Create. And I get this on Amazon. I'll leave a link down below for this and for everything else I use here that I can find. If there's anything I'm missing, please leave a comment and ask for it, and I will definitely post a link for whatever else I use if I forget to post it. But this is something that I've been asked quite a few times to do for you. And it's just a really basic, and I've shown you before how I start it. You know, I'll do a couple of pages and that's it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do one of these the entire way so I can show you how I do it. All right. So like I said, this is from Walmart, and it is 100 sheets of paper. Okay. And what I do is I make them, they're just really thin notebook paper. Okay. And so what I do is I mark the middle and I glue 2 pages together like this with my glue stick. Okay. You can use other glue sticks. You can use wet glue like what have I got? All right, like Elmer's glue, but I don't suggest using a wet glue because it makes your paper warp, you know, and I don't like that. But if that's all you have, use that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I do the entire book. All right. This is just prep and how I do it every single time. So I will go from the beginning and I will glue 2 pages together all the way to the middle, and then I will turn it around and put it upside down. This is the back now. It's upside down. See, you can't read it. All right. And then I go from the back all the way to the middle. So I'll do the first half and then I'll do the second half and then I'll be done. Okay. All right. So here we go. It's very simple, and make sure that you only have 2 pages at a time. Okay. Because it will mess up your count. I don't count, but I mean, it'll mess up the amount of pages that you have, because by the time you get to the middle, either from this side or this side, and you have just like 1 piece of paper left, then you made a mistake because you're not supposed to have a piece of paper left. All right. So here we go. So this is how I do it. I've made it as easy as possible to do it. So I put the first page and lay it down on this side, and then I glue this page. All right. And I go down the side, every side. Okay. And then I make a line down the middle. That's it. and then I lay it down and push. Okay? And this is how it looks when it's done. Okay? There, and that's it. So I'm going to do a couple more on regular speed. So I just put another page over and I put my hand behind it just so I can have it on top of my hand and I can use it when I need to. I'll show you. So I'm doing all 4 sides. Okay? And then I take that page that I just glued and I bring this page up to it and then lay them both down. Do you see that? And then I push it down. That's it. I do like to push on the middle. The reason why I ended up taking it and putting it upside down and going from the back was because it got, this is the middle, the end part. But once you start the first half and then go to the second half, and if you keep doing it from the same way, then it gets bundled up here and it's not even. So this is how I figured out that it would be as even as possible. Okay, so let me do one more. Now I have used the glue from the Dollar Tree, and it does glue them together. I think they have, like, I don't remember, 4 or 5 pages. I mean 4 or 5 sticks of this, not this, but their glue in a package. And it is not the best glue that I have used. And if that's all you have, I would go ahead and use it. I mean, I use what you've got, right? But if you have a choice, I would not use that because I like this better. It's all preference. We all have different ways of doing things. We see how everybody else does things, and then we incorporate those ideas into our own style. And that's okay. We are all different. If we all did things the same way, it would be really a boring world, wouldn't it? Okay, so I'm going to just do one more page to show you how I did this. Okay, and then I'm going to fast forward it. And I'm going to show you every single page how I do this. Okay, now this is going to be a reference, so I'm going to link it every time I make a video about using a composition notebook. Okay, so yeah. All right, so now I'm going to stop here and I'm going to restart it until I get to the middle. Okay, and then I'll stop it and I'll come back to you. I'm going to fast forward these pages so you won't have to sit here for half an hour watching me glue. All right. Normally I do this at night while I'm watching TV or listening to a podcast or whatever. So that way, I don't waste my time just sitting here. But it's very zen. You can do it while you're being calm and mellow, and it really helps to center yourself. So however you want to do it. All right. So I'm going to stop this right now. Then I'm going to speed through this part. Okay, until I get to the middle, and then I'll slow it down and show you what I do next. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm at the middle. And also I wanted to explain better to you the reason why I put that one page over like this and then glue. It was to make sure that I had a page already down, because at some point I realized that I was just doing it, you know, like a robot and wasn't thinking. And sometimes I forgot to put that first page down. So this page, after I glued it, would glue to the last 2 pages that I glued, and that would make it 3 pages stuck together. Okay, and that's why I would end up with a page extra at the end. Instead of it being in the middle like this, I would have 1 page where it was just in the middle, like, woohoo. So that's the reason why I did that. It just confirmed that I had indeed already put a page over to glue onto. Okay, does that make sense to y'all? All right, so I've made it to the middle, and it's all nice and flat because I've been pushing right here in the middle as I glued it. I would spread it out like this, and then I would push down on the middle. Watch the replay of how I did it, and you'll see I pushed down in the middle every single time. So now this side is all glued, okay, and this side is not. Let me close it, and you'll see that this side is now bent because of all the pushing, and this side is not. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to turn it upside down, okay, and put it on the back. So this is the back, and you can see it's already humped like this because it's not been used yet. All right, you see that? It's got a little hump. All right, so we're gonna fix that. I just push down a little bit. All right, and then I just start gluing upside down like I did the front part. All right, so let me show you a couple of pages. See, I put this page down so that I know I have something to glue this second page with. Okay, and there we go, and it's flat. See, this side is flat. There's no other pages underneath it, so they glue very well to get to each other. Okay, all right, so I'll just do a couple more pages like this on slow time, regular time. I know this is stuck. Here we go. Make sure that you only have 1 page so that you don't have a miscount. Okay, you'll get used to it to the point where you'll notice that a page is thicker than normal, and that's because you have 2 pages instead of 1. So these are kind of thin, you know, that's why I glue these together. That's my main reason. When you write on these pages, you have ghosting on the other side, okay, just with a regular pen. All right, if you're just using pencils, that'd be fine. But yeah, you have tremendous ghosting because, you know, this paper is, you know, cheap. It's thin. I can easily use a magic marker on the glued pages, the 2 pages together, and it doesn't go through. It doesn't bleed through. So I really, really like that. I don't like, you know, pages bleeding through, especially onto the next page. You don't want to mess up the next page before you even get to it, right? All right, so that's what I'm doing right here. Is I'm just doing like I did at the beginning of the page of the book. Like I said at the beginning, this was requested. This was highly requested. Every single time I do a video that uses one of these composition notebooks, I get quite a few people asking me, how did I prep the pages? How many pages did I stick together? What kind of glue did I use? What order did I do it in? You know, and I've explained it many times, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna do this, and that way I can just link it and say, here, I explained it for you right here. So that's the reason why I'm doing this. Maybe you'll learn something from this. I've been doing this for many years, so it's, you know, trial and error. And I want you to learn from my mistakes so that we can all be on the same page. Literally, that was a pun. But you get what I'm saying. We can always learn something new from somebody else. So there you go. So I'll do this last one. And then I'm going to speed it up until I get back to the middle page. Okay? And then I'll show you what I do next. See, I'm pushing down in the middle. All right, so I've still got this much more to go before I get back to the middle. Okay? All right. Let me stop it right here. Okay, so I'm done with gluing the pages together. And this is still upside down, okay, where I was gluing it from the back side. So I'm going to turn it around. Okay, so now this is the front, all right. And I'm going to get just a little piece of washi tape. I normally put washi tape in the middle. I don't know why, I just do. I like doing that. So let me just get a little piece of something. I don't know. Here. I'll just put a little piece of this just so that I know where the middle is. I mean, you can see where the middle is because of the thread. Okay. But this just makes it easier. You don't have to search. I have old eyes. So there we go. I'm just putting piece right there, and I do save my little pieces of notepads, sticky notepads. Oops, I forgot to put that back. Okay, so put that back. All right, so this is how it looks now from the top. All right, so now it's on both sides, and you can see, you can tell that there's something different. Okay, all right, and that's how it looks. Okay, and it's not all bulging from one side. It's front and back, so it's even. All right, so normally if I'm doing something like a monthly planner slash what do you call it? Journal slash glue book, whatever I'm doing, okay, I normally stick something on the front. I normally do, okay? So what I do to do that with, because I use a heavier paper than I normally would use for anything else, then I would use this on my front at least, okay? And this is double-sided sticky tape. That's what I call it. And it doesn't have a brand name in here, but I order it off of Amazon. So I'll leave a link below for the one that I get. It's a pack of, I don't know, 6 or 8 of them. It's a pretty good deal. So that's what I use. All right. And so basically all I do is I stick it along the edge of the black binding. Okay. I normally leave this black binding on. See? Sometimes I cover it up, sometimes I don't. But most of the times I leave it open because it just looks nicer to me. Okay, so I just put it on here like this. I get it right up to the edge as far as I can. And then it just depends. Sometimes I'll do just one diagonal or two like this, just so that the middle doesn't, you know, pop up. And that's how I do the front. Okay. Now sometimes I'll put something on here, sometimes I won't. And normally I don't put anything on the back when it's just for me. I don't look at the back. See, there's nothing on the back of this, and I've used it for the whole month of May. I don't use the back. I don't look at it. It sits right next to me in my on my chair in the living room, and all I see is the front. So if you would prefer to have something on the back, then just do exactly what I did right here. Okay. All right. So, and then for each of the different separations, like, let's see, I put the sticky tape on the page that separates it from other parts. Okay, so this was the menu page. This is my list page. See, I just used a different kinds of paper. Let's see, my goals were like this. Okay, and then my month was like this. All right, so it just depends on how many pages I'm going to be dividing it up to, but normally at this point, this is all the prep that I do to it before it's more specific. Okay, so this is it. That's all I do to prep my composition notebooks, and I use just double-sided sticky tape and my Scotch Create glue stick. That's it. That's all I use, and this is now prepped for my next project. So I hope you enjoyed my demonstration for you. I hope this answers your questions on how I prep my composition notebooks. And if you have any other questions about this, please leave the comment below, and I promise you I will answer it very quickly. I usually answer within an hour of getting a message, unless it's like in the middle of the night. Okay, so thanks for watching. I appreciate you stopping by, and as always, peace out.